What's up, family? So check this out. I am coming to you from the car, and the reason for that is because today has been one of those days where it's just been one meeting after another. A lot going on, a lot happening in the world. Let me take these glasses off. But I didn't want to miss meeting with all of you this evening. I wanted to spend just a few moments with you. I won't hold you for very long. I'm going to turn this air down a little bit so it's not quite so noisy on you there. I wanted to meet with you for just a few minutes and share with you a few thoughts that have been ruminating in my mind today. And so this is a little less formal than we would typically be. But hopefully you can understand. I think you will. I think you'll totally understand. So let me do this. Let's take just a moment. I'm trying to get my glasses on. Try to hold this camera and put my glasses on so I can see the screen better. I'm going to ask you if you would to take just a moment and let's center ourselves. Deep breath in and release. We come into alignment right here and right now with our true nature, our divine nature, and we say thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, pure presence. Thank you, great consciousness, source of all things, the I am. Thank you for moving to us, for us, and through us. Over these next few minutes, we are centered into the perfect natural state of our divine being. And we know that wisdom is coming to us. We know that we're right now going to be offered some opportunities to think and to rethink, possibly, how we're living this life, so that we can begin to live this life, if we're not already, to the fullest. Thank you for filling us with love, joy, and peace, and making those the bedrock, the foundation of who we are and what we are. So, Spirit of Truth, take from us what we don't need, bring to us everything we do need. We are surrendered, and we say thank you. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk on the water wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith is made stronger in your presence. And so it is. And so it is. I want to share a few thoughts with you, again, that I've just been kind of ruminating on. And one is this. And this was somewhat a part of the walk and talk that I think Carrie was posting today. If she hasn't posted it already, she probably will. And the walk and talk basically was, it's not really what your thoughts are saying to you, because we are all the time talking about how to architect a more perfect and more pure and more divine life. That's really the work that I've been sent here to do, is to encourage us to architect our own lives. When we come into alignment with the divine, we start to operate out of that divine principle. And when we do that, we are cooperating, which just means to work together perfectly. We are cooperating with our source. And then we begin to act like the source. The Christian Bible, well, it's the Old Testament of the Christian Bible, and then it's the Jewish Bible. The Genesis account says that God created male and female in God's own likeness and image, which means not only are we like God, but we are also the image of God. In other words, we are showing up looking like. Then it's important for us to learn how to act like God. Now, when I was growing up, I thought that meant acting like God meant not sinning and not hanging out with people who do. And maybe that's a part of it, but that is not the main reason we are to act like God. To act like God is to return home to our natural state of being, because you are of God. You are of the same substance as the God that formed the universe that we're flying through space in. The God that formed the galaxies upon galaxies dwells within you. So to act like God is simply to act like your father, mother, the source from which you came. And this has very little to do with the petty things that we've distracted ourselves with, like what we've called sins. This is about waking up to your full potential. That's really what it's about. The other stuff that doesn't need to happen in your life will begin to fall away from you as you begin to awaken to your true self. And in many cases, we've gotten the cart in front of the horse. I read an excerpt today from the gospel of the Essenes Gospel of Peace, and it's Jesus saying, after I leave here, there are going to be people who come along. It even says there would be crafty people, ignorant and crafty people that will come along, and they will say that I said things I did not say, and they will omit some of the things I did say. But all of a sudden, the clouds will roll back, and the sun, S-U-N, the Son of Righteousness will shine, and all of the truth will be revealed. That's happening right now as people are moving away from stale religion that is really just attempted to control the masses for personal gain and for monetary gain. The clouds are being rolled back right now. The rupture is happening. The second coming of Christ is you, and it is me. Those who fully awaken to their true and authentic and essential self are the second coming of Christ, not Jesus in bodily form. He already came here. Jesus, the man of history, came here and he solved his mystery, and now it's left up to you and I. That's why St. Paul referred to Jesus as the firstborn among many. He was saying Jesus awakened to his true self, his true birthright. And now there will be many others who will do the same. I believe I'm talking to a few right here on this One Love First Unity Spiritual Campus Network. We are unfolding. We are letting the sun, S-U-N, the light, the source of light, shine in to resurrect us, to bring us into our fullest nature. So it's not what the mind is saying that matters. It's what you believe about what your mind is saying. It's not what the ego is saying to you that matters. It's how seriously you take the ego. You see, the ego and the mind have all been inundated by different ways of thinking and being. From the time before you were born, people were just trying to decide who you were going to be, what you were going to be, how you were going to be. And anything that you did that was not in alignment with their particular dreams for you, they had a tendency to judge you for. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Because they had an idea. They had a dream they wanted you to fulfill. But you were not sent here to fulfill somebody else's dream for you. You were sent here to fulfill your own destiny. You were ordained and you were consecrated. So ordination, consecration, and destination was already given to you before you arrived here in human form. And when you took birth, from the womb to the tomb is your time to unfold and unfurl that fully developed self. There's nothing wrong with you, not inherently. You are in fact inherently divine. I want to say this to you over and over and over again. I want to remind us over and over again of our divinity. I don't want to talk to you about hell and sin. And some people will say, that's not the whole counsel of God then, John Scott. Let me tell you the whole counsel of God. The whole counsel of God is for you to be fully developed and unfolded as your authentic, essential, and divine self. And I'm not going to distract you with the other garbage. If you get the horse in front of the cart, you catch up to where you're supposed to be on your journey. But when that cart's in front of the horse, there's no forward movement. And that's exactly what has happened in religion, where we have focused on making sure that you check all the boxes, and that you say the right name at the right time. My friends, the desire of Jesus Christ, the Master, was that we would all recognize our oneness with the Father. And that's my desire for you as well, and that's my desire for me, is that I would recognize my oneness with the parenting force that birthed me into this planet. And that is my full intention, to unfold that fully. And so I say to you again, the mind is saying a lot of things, and there are people throughout your lifetime who have installed language into that mind, putting data into that mind, saying and repeating things. And you have even said and you've even repeated things that other people have said about you. You know, I go back to this belief and taking seriously. Be careful what you believe about what your mind says, and be careful that how seriously you take your ego. Because the power belongs to you. Not a single thought has power. It only has power if you energize it and inject it with your power. You're the one with the power. You're the one who can shift your life on a dime by simply believing in yourself. The God within you, the Christ within you, is your hope of glory. And that doesn't happen because you pray the right prayer at somebody's altar. It happens when you open yourself up through alteration within your own internal self. When your inner being, your inner state of being comes into alignment with the truth of the divine, that's when you begin to unfold it perfectly, my friend. Tonight, as we bring this time together to a conclusion, I'm saying the same stuff I've been saying over and over again, but I hope that maybe you hear it in a different way. Don't give thoughts your belief. And don't give your ego too much of your seriousness. Be freed. Welcome the unfoldment of your divine self. And watch your own life. Here's the deal. Bob Marley said it best. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None can free ourselves. None can free our minds. None can free our minds but ourselves, basically. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Relieve yourself. Open the prison doors for your own self. Do so by setting a new intention for your life. Free yourself from religion. Allow yourself to believe that God is within you, through you, and as you, that the divine is waiting to express through you. And all you have to do is surrender to it. Thank you for being here this evening. I hope that something I've shared with you was inspirational to you. Thank you for understanding that I had to come to you today from my car. You know, this message, this truth, this essence is the message and is the truth no matter where we come from with it. The geographical position doesn't matter near as much. Okay, my friends, I hear the music getting started. I'll see you early in the morning for meditation. Now go and make it a great evening because you can. Peace.